bring up because there's a video to that one. And this one is a Nigerian lady that confronts her husband's side chick at Ikeja City Mall, of course, right here. Then drama ensued at the Ikeja City Mall as an angry Nigerian lady publicly confronted her husband's side chick, though the identities of the women was not immediately available at the time of course, filing the report. Now, the married lady who snatched the light-skinned lady's wig was heard saying, "Husband snatcher, I'm talking to you." There's a video for that one, and that's cheating. So let's see this video. It's very dramatic.
Something bad is happening here.
The religious view.
Okay, yes, welcome back. We also saw that video. Now, I need to say something. Yeah, I was saying something behind the camera, and I was like, if I was the husband, I will go. I don't know. It not be my disagree with this, but I will go to that side chick. I'll propose to her, and I will marry her. It's not for anything, but for the fact that she could control herself. She didn't say nothing. She just kept working. I feel that is someone that can actually hold a home despite whatever she goes through. Now, for you as a wife, you own your husband already. You have a certificate. Everybody knows this is my husband. You went to a mall. Not any mall. This is Ikeja City Mall. And you were all dramatic. Look at what you're wearing. Shows you're a housewife. You're all dramatic and you're even pulling your own fellow woman's wig off.
Come on.
Wow. Okay.
No, I don't think. Well,
let me throw it to you, sir.
Yeah,
That is
exactly.
not reason to want to marry a side chick. I'm not saying you have a side chick, you know, but you see that
If you were to be the man.
yeah, because we are listening from the lady's angle.
Yeah, yeah.
As a man, I can hear.
I think the decision to marry is a little more complicated than that.
Yes.
But let's look at this particular issue. Obviously, the housewife has lowest self-esteem, and she's very insecure in her situation. So that's something that most likely will even drive the husband away from. And they even men that are quote unquote cheat and unfaithful, they would rather have their wife if the wife is at home, and as long as she's not aware quote unquote of what he's doing, and is taking care of his home. You know, I think a lot of women these days are adaptive to that. That all this crap, they don't come home to roost. So, but not, intentionally looking for this situation. Nah, that shows someone that I think is highly insecure.
Okay, Mr. Buddy, Mr. Buddy, right? I know you're boiling. You have something to say.
Not really boiling, because some women really, their temperament is just something else. Because it's just like I always say, when somebody does something bad to you and you react back to the person, you have just proved to the world that you are not different from the person that did bad to you. The way to prove that you are different from the person that did bad to you is for you to comport yourself and to act responsibly. Sure. Because the way this woman acted, for me, is not responsible at all. If she could go out to a city mall to do this, what does she do at all? Then people will start asking questions. Why is her husband going out? Could this be the reason why her husband goes out? Even as much as there is no reason for anybody anyway to go out, there's no reason for any girl to date another woman's husband. Because you're sowing a seed somewhere along the line, you're going to reap it.
Of course.
There are so many young men out there. Can't you get one to date amongst them? Why going for another woman's husband? Because even without the woman fighting you, there is a fight that is already fighting you in the realm of the spirit. One day, physically it will manifest. So it is not the best way to live as a human being. And for that woman to go to such a place to disgrace herself. She disgraced herself, she disgraced her husband, she disgraced her family, she disgraced the family that raised her. She disgraced them. She just told them, my mother didn't raise me well. And I don't think it's a good way to do things. That's not the best way to resolve issues.
How about you, Nelda?
I think I go with Pastor Dolly. It's very simple. For me, it's low self-esteem that is worrying the woman. On no occasion, for me personally, the least I can do is to fight because of a man. I will never do it. Even if I catch the man with the girl, oh, sorry, walk away. You know, there's a way you catch somebody on such dating deal, and you walk away, the person will never have peace. You're not talking. You're not doing anything. Come back, honey, are you okay? Can I make your food? I did this. He will run away from the house. Okay. He will take off because I don't know what this woman is up to. But that's maturity, though it's painful. It's very hurtful. But you need to comport yourself, hold it. It has happened anyway. So instead of messing up yourself and then pushing the man outside the mall. Because look at what the lady did. She was just keeping cool. Like, I don't think it's not worth doing. That's what the strange girl, strange woman, that's what she just did. This is not worth doing. And now you messed up yourself. Tell me, how will this man see her at home? She has just spoiled it. So please, ladies, when you catch him, tell him, can I buy you malt? Join malt. Give him malt. And then leave them. And let him, he will beg him to come home. He won't come. Fear will grip him. He won't come home.
Family members.
I'm telling you to say anything you want. And guess what? That's an opportunity to get something out of him. He's ready to do anything to make sure you don't take a decision. Because you're not talking. He's surprised. He's expecting you to react, to shout, the woman thing, and you're not doing it.
Sure.
So, mommy, tell her, what does she need? That day, helicopter. That's what
get
I said. That's what I said. If it's me.
This one that is fighting. If care is not taken, she will just die before her time.
Exactly. Because
she's overburdening herself over issues she shouldn't overburden herself.
Possibly. I don't think that woman is busy.
I think we're actually talking about cheating, a husband or a wife who went to meet her husband's side chick and was just making a whole lot of drama. Still in that thread, I mean, I have another story in that line. I don't know why we have another story of cheating. Okay, this one said, Yeye husband, Cubana chief priest, threatens to report a cheating husband who takes better care of his side chick than his wife. Cubana chief priest is threatening to report a cheating married man to his wife. The show promoter said his friend provides a better life for his side chick than he does for his wife and children. He went on to give examples. He said he's ready to open up to the man's wife after he saw the woman chasing him with a cutlass in his dream.
Wow.
I have a very useless friend. He flies his wife and kids on economy class and flies his side chick on business class. This Christmas, dude kept his family at a low-key hotel apartment and kept the side chick at a pretty hotel. The fool just got his side chick an 11 Pro Max, whereas his wife is using a 6. The wife was busy chasing me up and down in my dream with a cutlass. God knows I'm reporting him to the wife this morning with full comprehensive details of the side chick. Make a no die for person. Hashtag very easy. Okay.
Very easy.
Very easy. Like seriously. We are very, very spiritual.
That's it. There's an evangelist and a pastor.
It took a dream to want to make him confess. So if you never had the dream, you would have still kept quiet.
Yeah.
For you to know, it means you're in support of your wife, of your friend. Somebody said it's even more expensive to cheat. I mean,
Really, it is.
Why would you want to? What exactly does cheating do? Is it some kind of investment?
You're saying that. Investment.
I don't know. Why would you first class, business class to economic class? Who saves more? Unless your wife is the one holding your future, your children. So I just want to know the psychology behind this. What does side chick do? I want to know if
that the wife ain't doing.
Yeah. Is it? I'm asking you. It's a new year. People need to understand.
Yeah.
We're talking about the economy is not good, and this is somebody spending so much on side chick. What kind of investment is that? What is a turnover at the end of the day? I don't understand.
I think once again, relationships are complicated. Everybody has to look into their own situation. My advice, I've been the only man in here. I think if you're severely unhappy, that is, it borders almost on depression, or you have a situation that is almost unbearable to you, I don't think a woman should force themselves to be in the relationship or in the marriage. And men. So I think you need to walk away. You can always pick the pieces and your life can be better.
But from the angle of a friend, I want you to, because this friend, it took him to have a dream.
Right.
So from the angle of a friend, if that's my old dream, you knew this guy was cheating, and you kept quiet until you saw a cutlass on the tree.
No, the way it works is that friendship, a lot of times, is about loyalty. Okay. So where is your loyalty? I mean, it happened to ladies too, which they know the boyfriend of the lady is cheating, and some people are able to confront the friend and say, you know what, I think your boy Ade is cheating on you. But some people can't, because they think that, oh, she loves me so much, if I say that, it's going to hurt her. So every situation has to be assessed. But the downside of when you catch somebody cheating is that it depends on your own nature. Like you say, walk away. Some people can't. It doesn't leave some people's mind. So you have a situation that the woman has caught the husband cheating. So every time she's seen him in the house, she's like, damn, how did they do that? It's not able to leave her mind. And so if you have a situation like counselors and people that are looking into it, it just go down the drain like that. So, and if she's not economically buoyant, how do you leave that? You should leave, but you can't really leave. You have kids, then good schools, the man is paying all the bills. When it's abusive, some people tend to stick that out. And again, there's a role the government can play in that. There are things that government can do about abuse, domestic violence. There are shelters that you should be able to take if you want to walk away from that instance. In case your family is going to say, okay, they pay all your dowry and all that, why would you leave him? We don't want to see you again. So that's my opinion about this.
And another thing for that friend that saw the wife was showing him with cutlass in the dream, and that is the reason why he wants to go to the friend, to the wife. I still don't think going to the wife is the best decision for him to take. Okay. She does not need to know that her husband is cheating on her. So long as she's not aware, it will not hurt her. Because once she knows, that creates a bigger problem for her. She's already in a mess. Her knowing that her husband is doing all that for a side chick will give her more headache. So it is better that guy deals with the friend. If I was in his own shoe, I'm going to be on my friend's case. The man is my friend. The cheater is my friend. I will so much be on his case that if he see me coming from this road, he will just go that way. I will make sure that I fight him to a standstill until he stops.
If he leaves that, I want to go to another.
And it's not even, that's what I was, it's not even about the girl, because if the wife is aware, just like this one.
I mean, if he leaves this side chick,
that's what I said. Like this girl we watched earlier on that went to fight the husband's side chick. The best that can, or the worst scenario, that girl will leave the husband. But the husband is a cheater, maybe by nature. So he will look for another woman to cheat with. So if he goes to report, the husband can promise. Because I know what I'm talking about. Some men, especially if they happen to be politicians, they can sweet talk. Their tongue sweet. That tongue they are using to deceive us to vote for them. They are using to deceive you. They will only relocate from this girl to another girl. So instead of helping him to relocate, you understand? it is better you help him to stop it. Because if you are my friend, I must give you the real gospel reason why you must, like I always tell people, if I catch my own brother cheating on the wife, I'm going to fight my brother, not because I am helping the wife, but I'm helping my brother. Because at the end of the day, sometimes you just hear saying, some people will say men dies before women. You know, men bring things home that kill them. They bring things home that kill their wives. Because we've heard of men having side chick, from there the wife dies and the side chick becomes a wife. Who knows what happened to the wife? So in order for me to stop my brother from putting his life in danger, I'm going to fight him to stop that behavior. Because for me, it's a very bad behavior, and I don't want any of my brothers to be caught in it. Because there are some women, they will even help their brother. Maybe because the wife of the brother, your brother's wife offend you, you now go and get a side chick for your brother. You are not helping your brother, you are killing your brother. And that is the truth. You may not like the face of the wife. Does that mean you should kill your brother because you don't like the face of the wife? Absolutely no. So I will fight my friend with all I have. When I say fight, it's not like I'm going to get physical with I don't get physical with anybody. But I will use all I have, my mouth, my wisdom, to talk you out of that very behavior. Because it's a wrong one. Instead of going to the wife, I won't go to the wife for any reason.
Okay, Pastor. I'm sorry.
It's your turn.
Oh yeah, well, because
he's in charge.
I'm interested in this one because she used that word politician. I would say folks that are in governance.
Okay.
You can call it politician.
Okay.
And I think that's a very high calling, but because these are folks that can make our lives better if it works that way. The only challenge is that sometimes it doesn't work that way. I don't think the profession is predisposed to, or usually to, cheating or unfaithfulness. I know you have a view of that. I think, well, it's like saying somebody that's a waiter or waitress is more likely to cheat. Somebody that's a hostess is more likely. So there's a lot of individual. What I know about cheating is that it's a personal commitment. That I'm not going to cheat on my wife, or I'm not going to cheat on my husband. There's no way somebody can really stop that. Your husband cannot monitor you 24 hours, or you cannot monitor your husband 24 hours. It's the man that's going to say, no, I'm only going to sleep with this woman. And the woman that's going to say, I'm only going to sleep with this man. So that's my take.
I think, what we do most times is to, I'm having headache and I quickly take Panadol. And then I don't go down to what's the cause of the headache. Especially when I caused it.
That's right.
You see, I come to realize that most women, once they are married, they relax. Apart from the fact that some men have that propensity in them. They were not able to work on it probably before they get into marriage, and then it keeps working. But let's not quickly forget also, the scripture says that at the last day, the love of men will also ask for God, because I believe so much that if you love God, not because you love your wife, what you can do, because God is watching you, you won't do it. So when you don't love God anymore, you don't have fear for God anymore, you can as well do anything. Even when you claim you love your wife. So that also happens. And then when we are courting, when we're in relationship, there are some things we see our boyfriends, our partner do. We don't worry, he will get out of it. But we did not, because we started swallowing it, and then we took it for granted, and it becomes a huge mountain, and it's difficult for him to, get that. Now, when it becomes a problem, when I start doing like this woman did, the more. So that's the problem. So the thing is, first of all, keep yourself hot. Men are moved by what they see. So when a woman becomes a wife, becomes a mother, it doesn't change the fact that you're still a lady. Be hot, baby. Come on. Wear anything. Make yourself sexy for him. That thing that the strange lady is giving him. For me, if I really want to find out about the strange lady, I want to find out what is she doing that I am doing.
Not doing.
That's what I'm going to find out. So I'll give it to him at home so I can keep him. Instead of having to, fight him and do all that. No, that's the thing I should do. So I think that's the thing. Instead of taking medication without finding what's the cause of this.
It's true.
But that's we just all, and then pray also. The Bible said the hearts of men, kings and queens, is in God's hand. God can turn his heart. So when you put down your knees, be hot, baby, come on, always be hot for him. The heart cannot. Do you know datiness can also take a man away?
It's true.
So women are very dirty. I'm telling you the truth. There are armpits you can't stand it. These are the things that pushes the man or the men away. So go around and make sure you're intact, you're together. all the time be hot. Let the house be a home for him. So women are not. The Bible says something. It is better for a man to stay at the rooftop than to stay with a contentious woman.
Okay, but can I say something? Can I speak from this? This is good if the marriage was consensual, the both of them wanted the marriage, they got married, and the guy goes cheated, then you have to. In a situation whereby this was a marriage based on contract, or they're just reasons, it's not like you guys were into each other, you just found yourself getting married, probably because of a
just got pregnant.
Oh, got pregnant, yeah, that's the most common reason.
This is not actually what you wanted, but then shall marry, you know. In a situation like that, what do you advise such a woman who is already down? And we have some women who will be like, okay, since I'm married, let me stay. What do you advise, knowing that this man is not even emotionally attached to her?
Wait, let me say something about that, because I think if it's just going to be a contract marriage, then there's no feelings. You don't have any feelings for him.
But some women, at the end of the day, get attached and like, okay, since it's my husband, let me just stay.
I feel
that's not attachment.
Even if
it's not emotional attachment.
It's not emotional. I feel there's something else that's making you stay, because if you have a contract, and let's assume, children. Let's assume you now develop emotions. I am very sure such a woman would not go about it that way, because she has to make the husband love her, and doing that, she knows it's just the wrongest thing, because you guys married on contract basis. It's just about the money. Give me children, I give you everything you want. So if I have side chick, girl, go have your own.
Yeah, but I think
I also want to say that when it comes to cheating, sometimes it's not about because the other person at home is not doing enough. Because cheating, like I will also say, has no color, has no gender. Sometimes the woman can be the cheat. Sometimes the man can be the cheat. A cheat is a cheat. It's not about somebody not satisfying him. Some people just cheat because they believe I'm in a clique. I have to also prove that I'm a big guy in that clique. Because the kind of clique they belong to is that clique where everybody, all his friends, they all cheat. So he cannot be the odd person in the midst of them. He has to cheat. And even some women, it's not about what the man is not doing well. It's just that one man cannot satisfy them. Some men, one woman, no matter how much you try, cannot satisfy them. That is who they are. They have to go out. So it's not about looking at the other person. The other person at home as not doing what he should do, because there's no reason to cheat.
Okay. I think, like I said before,
because people always look for reason to do what is wrong. Even as much as I believe those things
you're desperate to marry, you think over time he'll get over. So I don't like when you now get into marriage, it becomes a huge mountain that you can't.
But I also don't like people looking for reason to do the wrong thing.
No.
Let me throw up a question on the table.
Human beings.
Can you cheat on someone that you love? No, there's a reason why it is. I was sitting with some of my colleagues, maybe about 10 years ago, and they're saying that, especially in Nigeria, that the men really love. And I said, what do you mean by that? Then he was like, okay, can you really cheat on if you love your woman, your wife?
Yes.
Can you cheat when you love the person?
Yes.
Because
that's controversial.
I just said something that some men, there is
temptation.
No
Where does
man
temptation come?
can satisfy them. You understand? Such a man, it's not as if he doesn't love the wife. My father married 3 women.
Right.
My mom was the first wife.
Oh wow.
And towards my dad died at 91. Before he died, if my mom is not in the house, his wife is not in the house.
He loved the 3 equally.
You know what I said? If my mom, who is his first wife, is not in the house, as far as he's concerned, he has no wife in the house.
So the other two,
that tells you how much he loved my mom. How much he will tell his friends, your first wife is your everything and all that.
But he's got 2 wives.
So he had extra 2 wives.
He's not in love. Doctor, please help. Okay, now let's all boil this down to, because this is about men right now. And then women, we have women too. Yes, we're using this round up. So now, how do you think a woman can actually, I'm saying it because you're a man, how do you think a woman can keep her man? I know it's a decision of the man, yes, but now the man needs to stay at home, he's going to stay at home, but what is that thing that she has to do, for a woman to keep her man at home?
Actually, that's a very important question, and I think it should be a significant focus of what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, you want to provide solutions to those who are watching you. And men do talk. And some of them you have addressed. I think it's important when you're married that you still look nice and clean. That doesn't eliminate the cheating, but it still gives you a better pedestrian. That's important. The other thing is understanding and the issue of nagging. You know, that's number 2. 3 is economics, like resources. If every time I show up, you're bringing out money issue. I don't have this, buy me that. It leaves a bitter taste. And he thinks that he keeps thinking that there's an alternative. Unless really I don't have a choice. But maybe there should be some diplomatic way of getting things from your husband, which I think intrinsically every woman knows how to do that.
Of course.
So if you put that together, I think you're more likely to keep your husband. Also, children. As that may be an underplayed part. Most of the time when there are kids between the man and the woman, he tends not to want to leave the woman, even with all the complications. You know, so that cannot be minimized. And sometimes even the love increases when there's a child involved. But he's not going to say that. But with his friends, they go, well, I don't know, she gave me a lot of problems, but I don't want another man taking care of my child. So that would be my own little sense about this.